Why is it that the people with the empty life have the most detailed information about yours? They know your secrets. They know your failures. They are not your friends. They are archivists of your destruction. Have you ever walked into a room and the laughter stops? The heads turn away. The eyes dart to the floor, and the air feels thick with a silence that screams louder than any shout. You feel a phantom knife in your back. You check your reflection. You look fine, but spiritually, you have been tarred and feathered. Someone has been rewriting your history while you were not in the room. Someone has been selling shares of your reputation to the lowest bidder. And the worst part is, you cannot defend yourself against a phantom. You cannot fight a rumor because a rumor is smoke. If you swing at it, you look crazy, and the smoke just changes shape. Welcome to the psychology of the gossiper, the reputational hitman, the data broker of decay. Society tells us that gossip is just idle chatter. It is harmless. It is just blowing off steam. This is a lie. Gossip is social murder. It is the assassination of character without the courage of a duel. And the people who traffic in it are not just bored. They are chemically dependent on the destruction of others to fuel the empty engine of their own self-worth. Today we are going to drag these shadows into the light. We are going to dissect the brain of the rumor-monger. And we are going to hand you the weapons to silence the noise. Not by shouting over it, but by becoming the frequency that the noise cannot touch. Welcome to the Watchtower. Let us begin with the biological roots of the whisper. To understand the gossiper, you must understand the Dunbar number. Evolutionary anthropologist Dunbar theorized that humans can only maintain stable relationships with about 150 people. In the ancient tribe, survival depended on knowing who was trustworthy and who was a snake. Gossip was the original credit score system. It was a survival mechanism, but we are not in the tribe anymore. And the modern gossiper is not warning you about a thief. They are the thief. They are stealing privacy. They are stealing dignity. And they are stealing the truth. Why do they do it? Because they suffer from a profound deficit of internal substance. Eleanor Roosevelt famously said, "Great minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. Small minds discuss people." The gossiper has a microscopic mind. They have no ideas. They have no vision. They have no empire to build. So they must cannibalize the lives of those who do. They are the scavengers of the social ecosystem, feeding on the carcasses of other people's mistakes. We must analyze the concept of information arbitrage. The gossiper views information as currency. They feel powerless in their own lives. They have no status. They have no control. But when they hold a secret about you, suddenly they have leverage. They trade this secret for attention. Look at me. I am important. For 5 minutes, they get to be the center of the tribe. They get to be the shaman holding the sacred knowledge. But the currency is fiat. It inflates quickly. Once the secret is told, its value drops to zero. So they must find a new secret. They are on a treadmill of betrayal just to maintain a baseline feeling of relevance. Let us look at the neuroscience of the secret. Why does it feel so good to hear a juicy rumor? It is a chemical hijack. When someone leans in and says, "I should not tell you this, but," your nucleus accumbens lights up. This is the reward center of the brain. It releases dopamine. The anticipation of forbidden knowledge feels like finding a treasure chest. But there is another chemical at play. Oxytocin, the bonding hormone. When do people share a secret? They release oxytocin. They feel bonded. It creates us versus them dynamic. We know the truth. They do not. This is why gossip is the cheap glue of toxic friendships. They are not bonded by love. They are not bonded by mission. They are bonded by the mutual crime of character assassination. If you remove the gossip, they have nothing to say to each other. Their relationship is a hollow shell held together by the misery of others. We must also touch on Schadenfreude, the German word for taking pleasure in the misfortune of others. The gossiper feels better about their own mediocrity when they see a high performer stumble. It is a defense mechanism for their fragile ego. If the giant falls, the dwarf feels tall. There are specific archetypes of the gossiper. You need to recognize them to survive them. Type 1. The concerned troll. This is the most dangerous type. They disguise their malice as empathy. They say, "I am really worried about John. Did you hear his drinking again?" They pretend to care, but watch their eyes. There is a glint of excitement. They are feasting on the tragedy while pretending to pray for the victim. This gives them plausible deniability. Type 2. The informant. This person comes to you and tells you what other people are saying about you. They say, "I thought you should know that Sarah was talking bad about you." They want you to think they are your loyal ally. They are not. They are a double agent. They are telling you this to provoke a reaction. They are the arsonist who lights the fire and then sells you the water. Remember this rule. If they gossip to you, they will gossip about you. The vessel that carries the poison is always contaminated. Type 3. The leveler. This person gossips to enforce mediocrity. This is the tall poppy syndrome. If you start to rise above the group, you become a threat to their ego. So they use gossip to cut you down to size. They will attribute your success to luck or corruption. They cannot accept that you worked harder, because if you worked harder, that means they are lazy. Gossip is the weapon of the weak against the strong. It is the only way a dwarf can kill a giant, by poisoning his water supply. So how do we deal with this? How do we walk through the valley of whispers and fear no evil? We need a protocol. Protocol 1. The Socratic mirror. This is an aggressive, defensive move. When someone starts gossiping to you, stop them. Look them dead in the eye and ask, "Why are you telling me this?" This question is a nuclear bomb. It forces them to examine their own motive. It breaks the trance. Usually they will stutter. "Oh, I just thought you should know." Ask again. "But what is the purpose of sharing this information? How does this help anyone?" You're signaling that you are not a trash can for their mental garbage. You are establishing a boundary of high vibration. They will feel shame, and they will mark you as a non-participant. Protocol 2. The information embargo. Information as ammunition. The gossiper gathers intelligence on you to weaponize it later. You must classify your life. Top secret, secret, and public. The gossiper only gets public information. They get the press release. They do not get the diary. Stop venting to people who do not have your best interests at heart. Move in silence. You become a mist. You cannot stab a mist. Protocol 3. The reverse gossip. If you want to destroy a gossiper without fighting them, speak well of them behind their back. When someone says, "John is such a jerk," say, "You know John helped me with a project last week. He has some good skills." This creates a cognitive dissonance in the room. It makes the gossiper look petty and small, and it makes you look magnanimous. It shows that you are above the fray. It is the ultimate power move, to bless those who curse you, not because you are a saint, but because you are a strategist. Protocol 4. The dead end. Decide today that the rumor stops with you. Be the firewall. When you hear something, do not repeat it, not even to your partner, not even to your best friend. Let the information die in your vault. This makes you a person of immense power. People will eventually realize that you are safe, that secrets are safe with you, that you are not a leaky vessel. This builds true authority. In a world of leaks, be the vault. The vault commands respect. The leak attracts rats. There is a concept in computer science called signal-to-noise ratio. Gossip is noise. It is static. It interferes with the transmission of truth. Your life is the signal. If you surround yourself with static, you cannot hear your own intuition. You cannot hear your own mission. You must install a signal jammer. Block the noise, amplify the signal. The more you focus on your own path, the less you care about what the spectators are shouting from the cheap seats. And make no mistake, gossipers are always in the cheap seats. They are not in the arena. They are watching you, analyzing you, criticizing you, because you are the one doing something worth watching. Think about it. You do not gossip about people below you. You gossip about people above you, or people you envy. Their obsession is actually a form of worship. They are your biggest fans. They just don't know how to express it without malice. Let them watch. Let them talk. You have work to do. The greatest revenge against the rumor-monger is massive success. Live a life so undeniable, so vibrant, so full of purpose, that the rumors look ridiculous against the backdrop of your reality. If they say you are lazy, let your empire prove them wrong. If they say you are mean, let your generosity prove them wrong. Do not argue with words. Argue with actions. Actions do not gossip. Actions scream. You are the author of your story. Do not let someone else hold the pen. And certainly do not let them write in the margins with invisible ink. Erase their scribbles with the boldness of your living. Be so bright that their shadows cannot exist in your presence. The tongue is a small flame, but it can burn down a whole forest. Be the water. Be the rain. Quench the fire with your calm. Do not fan it with your anger. You are sovereign. Your name is not a commodity to be traded. It is a flag to be planted. Plant it on the high ground, where the air is thin, and the voices from below cannot reach. We are Mind Ministry, and we are watching.